I'm here to share with you about MindScape Workshop. I'm Angie Tourani. I'm a MindScape instructor. I've been teaching MindScape for over a decade. I would like to ask you, how often do you set goals and how far you are successful in achieving your goals? And would you like to change the results or do something different? Well, MindScape Workshop is about rewiring our nervous system. So we are constantly creating our reality, many times unknowingly, unconsciously, and this is about consciously creating our reality and manifesting our goals. So we are looking at rewiring the nervous system to this new blueprint, new way of functioning to enhance your life in all different aspects, to step into the power of your mind. Now we do this by activating our senses. We have got 5 senses: sight, smell, touch, taste, hearing, physical and subtle. And these are our windows to world. This is how we perceive life. Our subtle senses guide our intuition. So subtle sense of sight is clairvoyance, being able to see the bigger picture. Clairaudience, which is being able to hear in between lines, to be in touch with your intuition, with your knowing, be in touch with your feelings, as well as your subtle sense of smell, that you can smell the threat or opportunities around you. So being in touch, smelling, tasting, hearing is how we perceive life. Now, many a times, our 5 senses are imprinted with a lot of stress from past, which sort of dilute these windows, and our perception gets impacted. Now, each one of us could be different. For example, I'm auditory. I process most of information through listening, whereas somebody could be visual learner, where they learn the best by looking at things. Or somebody else could be kinesthetic, they feel, and these are the people who could be quite fidgety or doodling while learning. Now, even though we could have different faculties that work the best for us, we would be learning on stimulating all these physical and subtle senses and optimizing it to open up our perception, to pick up information and be more in touch with our intuition and our knowing. Now, interestingly, intuition is not something that you need to bring in. We all have that intuition. So if you look at children who are quite intuitive, creative, imaginative. Now, over the decades of our education and our academic system that focuses on the development of the logical mind and left brain. So the billions of dollars that are constantly being spent on education, the undergraduates and basically overall education system is mostly based on developing the left brain. So when we look about human mind, human brain, we are looking at this the most sophisticated computer in the universe, which has got billions of neurons and even more 1,000 billion of nerve synapses. Our brain has constantly capacity to learn, process, expand, which is called neuroplasticity, which makes us the supercomputer that exists in this universe. Now, despite of this fact, our research shows us that we are literally using fraction of our mind power. So let's look into what is this untapped power of our mind. So we spoke about left brain. Our left brain is all about learning, logic, numbers, languaging, analysis, looking at details, and our academics is focused on development of our logical mind. Whereas our right brain is our intuition, our creativity, multitasking, being spontaneous. So when the right brain is functioning, you instantly get the answer and the left brain will process the steps how to get there. So the right brain is your seat of intuition, creativity. You are in this relaxed state of mind and you're functioning optimum when you're more connected to the right brain. So if you compare the two, the left brain and the right brain, your left brain is like a pocket calculator, which we have invested most of our academic life, upbringing, and our childhood learning is optimizing this pocket calculator. And our right brain is our state of a supercomputer. So this seminar is about giving you access to your supercomputer to be able to access that relaxed alpha state of mind and your right brain for enhanced creativity and intuition. So our optimum functioning mind or brain is the one that is combination of the left and right brain. So you need to use the whole brain, the holistic brain. And the MindScape seminar is about bridging the gap between the left and right hemisphere. So you have got the access to that lateral thinking, the learned information, whereas the access to the intuition and creativity. So when we are talking about mind power, the brain is the nervous system. Now, what is mind? Mind is not located to this nervous system. Each and every cell in the body has got a mind. When we are talking about mind, we are aware of conscious mind and subconscious mind. Now, conscious mind is literally 10% of our makeup. So when you're working through lots of different practices, such as positive thinking, affirmations, manifesting your goals, you are working through the conscious mind, which is literally 10% of your makeup. Your subconscious mind is your 90% of your makeup. It's your true manifester. If your conscious mind has got certain reality that you want to manifest, whereas your subconscious mind has got a totally opposite reality. And if there is a tug war between your conscious and subconscious mind, naturally your subconscious mind would win. And therefore, changing your habits, core personalities, or belief systems could be difficult because you're using those affirmations and various different techniques to process your conscious mind, which is only 10% of your makeup. So what is subconscious mind? How do you form the subconscious mind? It gets imprinted right from the conception. Everything that is going on in your environment of your parents gets imprinted, forms the belief system. Then right from the childbirth, the first 6 years, the child has mostly got subconscious mind, which is constantly saturating and picking up information. And the child has got very little conscious mind, and therefore you won't joke or be sarcastic with the child because they won't get it. Their conscious mind is not developed, but their subconscious mind is at the peak, which means they are absorbing all the information, getting imprinted by all those belief systems. And in those first 6 years of your life, you learn most of your techniques, survival tools, languaging, and everything else. So conscious mind is our functional mind. Our subconscious mind is some of our learned patterns, behaviors, imprints of our environment. It could be inherited information. It could be genetic information. It could be everything that's going on in your environment, a country at war, pandemic, all the fear, trauma that could form your belief systems. And we operate from the subconscious mind. Now, interestingly, with this program, MindScape Workshop, we'll be learning how to access this subconscious mind by getting into this relaxed alpha state of mind and functioning from there. So we will be looking at using this subconscious mind for manifesting our goals and creating our reality. Now, the interesting fact is that our brain simply doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. So there was an experiment where a person had to look at the tree, and his brain waves were measured by hooking up to the computer, and the centers of the brain that got highlighted were exactly same when this person with his eyes closed was imagining a tree. So brain simply doesn't know the differentiation between reality and imagination. So using this to our benefit and getting into that relaxed state of mind, we are able to use these tools and techniques for manifesting your goals, for clearing the underlying limiting belief systems. Now, when we are talking about mind, let's talk about different brain waves. So if I have to measure the brain waves in terms of hertz in the computer, while I'm talking and you're listening, you are in this beta state of mind, which is 13 hertz and up. The frequency, the speed of the thought patterns is 13 hertz per second and higher. Whereas a relaxed alpha state of mind is alpha state of mind, where your brain waves are slower brain waves between 8 to 13 hertz. Now, alpha state is when you wake up in the morning, you have got thought patterns, but there is space between these thought patterns, and this is the space for intuition, creativity. You get all your amazing ideas, your solutions in that alpha state of mind. It could be state of mind when you're totally relaxed in the nature scene. So this is your relaxed state of mind, daydreaming state of mind, where you've got heightened intuition and creativity, and you bypass stress at this level of alpha state of mind. Then we have got delta state of mind, which is 4 to 8 hertz, which is your dream state, and theta, which is literally 1 to 4 hertz, which is your deep sleep. So this workshop is about learning how to shift from the beta state into the alpha state of mind, so we can operate from this alpha state of mind. Now, I just want to share a few examples of alpha state of mind. We all have heard about Mozart. And reading his biography, he talks about how in his mind, he'll be able to see the whole orchestra playing in front of him. Each piece of music to great detail. He never had to rehearse his music. It was all in that alpha state of mind. Then we have heard about Nikola Tesla, the renowned scientist that created engine, motor, alternative current. Again, in his biography, he talks about how he uses his brain to look at the whole prototype of the machine and the engine that he wants to produce, look at each and every detail, modify it without touching any prototype. And each time that he has created a machine, it was a successful invention. So these people have something extraordinary beyond their left brain. Extraordinary creativity, intuition, insight, and access to that alpha state of mind. So this MindScape workshop is about giving you tools to get into this alpha state of mind and being able to function from there. Now, another interesting concept when we talk about mind power and getting into this, tapping into this alpha state of mind is meditation. Now, meditation is cool. We know the benefits of meditation, but many times for a lot of people, quietening their mind and getting into that meditative state is a struggle. And if you have been struggling with meditation and you want to learn simple tools, MindScape is the solution, where you learn simple visualization tools to get into that relaxed alpha state of mind. And even better, that 20 minutes of meditation, if you could expand into your whole day, where you learn to rewire your neural pathways into this relaxed alpha state of mind. So you're able to operate from a relaxed state where you have heightened intuition, creativity throughout the day, and use it in all different aspects of your mind. So MindScape Workshop is more like accessing all the faculties of your mind. So analogy we can look at is, think about an expansive library which has got every possible information in it. Each piece of knowledge, information, books, it's all there. But the catch is, this library doesn't have a filing system or a cabinet system. And therefore, accessing that information is impossible. Now, similarly, our mind has got immense potential. But accessing this mind power would be similar to giving this library a filing system and a strategic cabinets where you can access all the information. So this MindScape workshop is about creating a virtual workshop and giving it all that structure so you can tap into the power of your mind, to tap into those faculties of your mind, which could be heightened intuition, creativity, healing, time travel, expanding your time, excelling in your sports, manifesting your goals, conflict resolution, and much more. So if you think about one technique that can excel all the aspects of your mind, so imagine a Swiss Army knife to optimize the use of your mind. So that's what this MindScape workshop is. So how can this MindScape workshop benefit you? So first key benefit is bypassing stress. So altering from that beta state into the relaxed alpha state of mind. The moment you bypass stress, you're in the relaxed state of mind, you've got heightened intuition and creativity. That's the core attribute for efficiency in any aspect. If you bypass stress, you would be able to bypass most of your health problems, relationship issues, work-related situations, once you are accessing that relaxed alpha state of mind. You're a student and you're thinking about focus, concentration, memory. You cannot have a better tool than MindScape, because once you learn this tool, you're not only relying on your left brain, which is your learned information, your experience in this lifetime, but you have got access to the right brain, which is like the intuition, the creativity, the knowledge and wisdom that's all in this universal consciousness. So I can share with you endless examples how it could benefit someone. My personal example is when I was learning anatomy and physiology, and I was compressed with time. I had my exams coming up, and I used my MindScape workshop to learn and integrate information and write my exams from this alpha state of mind. And with that short period of preparation and studying, I was able to cover the whole year's course and sort of get flying colors with my course, Anatomy and Physiology, back then when I was using MindScape. And now where it will be impossible if I didn't have MindScape tool. Again, I've seen with many people who have been using this to optimize your memory, because when we're talking about memory, it's not all here. It's all in that universal consciousness. And you're learning to tune your sort of radio wave of your mind to pick up all that information. You can use this technique. MindScape Workshop could be excellent for business performance. So when you're doing your conflict resolution, addressing your board meetings, doing your group presentations, if you have access to this relaxed state of mind, you've got heightened intuition and creativity. You have access to the supercomputer, which is your right brain, which has got information of the whole. As well as you can use these techniques to collaborate with your team for manifesting your goals. Lots of businesses have been using to optimize these tools to excel the performance, to bring in more teamwork, connection, conflict resolution, and to manifest their goals. If you are a sports person, you use some sort of mental training. So MindScape Workshop is about giving you tools to access that mental rehearsal, mental training to get the edge with your physical performance. So if you look at all the top athletes, they use some sort of mental training and mental rehearsals. So whether you talk about Greg Norman to any other athlete, they always have got these visualization tools to excel and get that extra edge. So MindScape Workshop gives you all those tools. It's an excellent tool for healing. Now, our mind has got immense potential to heal. So when we talk about health, illness, disease doesn't come from outside. It is the manifestation from within. So all your solutions, your answers, your healing, your body's innate ability to heal, and all the potential is there. So it's similar to giving that library the structure so you can access that function. So using this MindScape Workshop to access your healing ability. You can learn how to work with time, the perception of time, so you never run into time crisis. And even better is manifestation. So you use a tool called Screen, where you are able to tap into the subconscious mind to eliminate any limiting belief systems, to tap into the visualization aspect of your mind, which doesn't know the difference between reality and imagination, and being able to manifest your goals and reality in any aspect of your life. Because any manifestation, any creation comes from the mind. First, the vision of the mind, the blueprint of the mind, then into reality. As well as you learn something called scanning. So at the end of the workshop, I would give you a name and address of somebody that you've never met. And you would be able to use this alpha state of mind, pick up all the information about this person. Now that might sound impossible, but that's what remote viewing and time travel is. Now these tools have been in our society for decades. Beauty is the way it has been packaged into this weekend workshop that you can learn and benefit and use it. So when we're talking about scanning, we are talking about the hologram, which means each one of us are part of this holographic blueprint, which is the universal consciousness. And we can tap into all the information and pick up all the information from this universal consciousness. So similar tools such as time travel, remote viewing. So it's like, your antenna of the mind being able to change the radio station and pick up any other frequency. So in simple words, it's all quantum physics. We all are entangled in this universal consciousness, and we have got information of the whole. So in simple words, if I want to sum up the benefits of MindScape Workshop, is about optimizing your mind. So you'll be learning this relaxation and visualization, and then getting into creating a virtual workshop where you'll be installing all that structure to optimize the power of your mind, to give you the benefits of healing, heightened intuition, creativity, conflict resolution, optimizing your decisions, manifestations, and endless benefits. So if you have a computer and now you install internet connection where you can connect to the cloud and you can download all the information, that's what MindScape Workshop is about. Giving your mind an internet connection so it can connect to this cloud of all the information, all the knowing and wisdom that's in our universe, and being able to channelize it, use it, and optimize and tap into your mind power. So if you're excited to learn more about this, join for the intro talk and MindScape Workshop to tap into your supercomputer, to install this internet and connection to your mind, supercomputer, and to tap into this immense power of the knowledge and information of the universal consciousness, similar to the iCloud. So if you're ready to transform your journey of life, join me for MindScape Workshop. Thank you.